And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now Ryan on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ryan on second down. And he's going to go down again. Michael Bennett in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So 15 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Wildcat look. Here's Rawls. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
This time, Wilson will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's Curse for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Curse in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return gets past past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to try and go deep again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see. On first down, Ryan breaks a tackle. He's airing it out for Sanu. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Ryan forced out to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk.
There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll try to run with Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First down, this is Rawls. Got some real estate inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 33 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point try now for Walsh. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flush to his right. Now he's got a man complete. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 58 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing again, Ryan. And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
To throw is Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's John Ryan now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Rawls. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They come out here in the eye. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And here now come the Falcons. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Atama Rubin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Today to talk about how